Start today in a tabletop position, and we'll do some cat-cows. So on your inhale, find cow pose, and then on your exhale, cat, like a Halloween cat rounding your spine. Inhale, tailbone and chin up, and then exhale, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. And keep moving at your own pace, which should be with your own breath, with the rate and pace of your inhales and exhales, which should be in and out through your nose if possible. Now keep your chin up next time it's up, and then start to tuck just your tailbone, then let one vertebra at a time, the rest of your back, catch up until your chin tucks last. And then same thing from cat to cow. Keep your chin tucked, start to lift your tailbone, let the rest of your spine follow until your chin comes up last. So we're trying to isolate the movement and do it bit by bit. Takes a little bit more effort and focus. And now we'll just take some easy hip circles. So at your own pace, you can make these big or small. Keep moving with your inhales and your exhales. It might help to make your hands and knees a little bit wider so you have more space to get your hips forward and back. And when you're ready, just come back to your tabletop and step your right knee behind your left knee and sit back. I'm going to turn around here so you can see me from a different angle. So your left knee should be pointing up and your left foot is on the ground. Your right knee is down on the ground pointing forward. You're going to inhale, reach both arms up overhead, and exhale, take a twist over towards the left. So you can hook your elbow over your thigh knee area, and you can use that to get a little bit more leverage, but try not to push very much. You don't want to force anything whenever we're doing yoga. You just kind of want to breathe and go into it. Now coming back to face the front, you can start to lower that top knee closer towards the bottom knee. Now don't worry about getting them exactly flat and flush unless you can, which is great, but if not, that's totally fine too. And either way, you're just going to want to make sure your heels are about equidistant away from each hip. And then if you have more room, you can start to lean forward so your upper body is resting over your lower body. You can come all the way towards the floor if that's comfortable and available to you, but if that's a little too much, you can just stay further upright. Maybe you don't even fold forward at all. If you're having trouble getting your knees to touch, again, don't force it. You can always just stay sitting up and let your outer hips have a stretch. So when you're ready, come back up. We'll lean forward to come back through tabletop, and then we'll just take it right to the opposite side, stepping the left knee behind the right knee, sitting back, standing one foot, your right foot on the ground, right knee up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take your twist over to the right side. Now, even when you're kind of sitting here in your twist, notice what your shoulders are doing and try to shrug them down away from your ears. They're not bunching up towards your ears. Keep your jaw relaxed and just breathe easily in and out through your nose. And then when you're ready, coming back through center, see if you can fold your knees together, one on top of the other. Sometimes might help to lean forward and get them together and then sit back. Just make sure you're sitting evenly on your sit bones and that your heels are equidistant on each side. And then if you want to, if you have space, you can fold forward a little or a lot. When you're ready, start to come back up, and this time just lean back until you can get your legs uncrossed back in front of you, and step both feet on the ground. Make sure you're sitting evenly, and we'll come into Navasana boat pose. And so I'm going to give you a couple options. You can keep your feet on the floor as you take these twisting boat poses. You can see my arms are straight out, just leaning left and right, keeping a straight back. Or you can do the same thing, but lift your feet off the ground so your shins are parallel to the floor. If you want even more than that, you can start to lift up and down. So when you reach to the side, you kind of lengthen your legs out a bit. Again, you can keep your feet on the floor if you need. These are all options. And finally, let's come back to just a regular boat pose, whether your feet are on the floor or not. And if your feet aren't on the floor, if you would like to take this into a stretch, you can reach for your heels. And you can keep your knees bent or straighten them out if that's available to you. If your feet are on the floor, just keep them on the floor. Stay in boat pose for another moment here. Now cross your ankles, lean your entire body forward until you can come to your hands and feet, and then step your right foot forward, left foot back. Inhale, lift your right arm all the way up and back for a big circle with your arm, and then do that twice more at your own pace with your breath. You can roll your wrist out there too if you'd like. And then hand comes back down. You're gonna swivel your left foot down and pop up and open into extended side angle. So as you can see here, I'm resting my elbow on my right thigh and then reaching the left arm all the way up and overhead. You can look up or down, so just keep your neck relaxed and neutral. If you need to look down, that's fine, or you can look up at your top hand. We're gonna move through the other side. So inhale everything up, swivel on your heels, toes point the other way. Exhale, extended side angle, left side. So try to find some straight lines here through your body, from your right heel up through your right fingertips. Sink low in those hips, open your chest towards the ceiling. You can look up or down just like on the first side of extended side angle. Take one more inhale and then exhale your right hand down. Low lunge with a twist. Inhale your left arm up and around. So 2 more circles at your own pace. You can roll out your left wrist now if you'd like. And then frame your front foot with both hands. Step back to a high plank. Take an inhale there and then exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Walk your feet and knees out wide and then bend both knees. And then inhale, lift your chest. You can press into your palms if you have space there to open up a little higher. See if you can keep your hips coming down towards the ground as you reach your chin up, reach your feet towards the back of your head. Maybe one more breath in, and then exhale, sink all the way back into extended child's pose. And then rest here for a moment, catch your breath. You can always wiggle a little side to side or roll your forehead, but just take a pause here. Slow down the heartbeat. Let your body rest for a moment. You can stay here or you can walk both hands over to the left side, keeping everything else the same to get a nice stretch all down your right side body. If you took that option, now you can walk your hands over to the right side. If you took the side stretch option, meet us back in the center, extended child's pose, and come on up on an inhale through tabletop, and then exhale forward onto your belly. Extend your legs and extend your left arm out perpendicular to the rest of your body. Bend your right knee and then roll open so that you're getting a nice stretch on the inside of your left arm and your pec muscle there. I like to bunch up my fist and rest it right under my left temple here for a little pillow. That's up to you. If you have something nearby you can use instead, that might be nice. If this is too much of a stretch, you can always roll closer towards your stomach, or if you like this and it feels good and you even want more, just keep kind of rolling your chest open and even rolling your knee kind of further away from where you started. We're going to switch sides when you're ready, so extend your right leg, come back through center. Make sure you have space to extend your right arm, bend your left knee, and then roll open here. And again, find a comfortable spot that isn't too easy and isn't too hard, and support your head or neck if you need that as well. Back to your belly, extend your legs, tuck your toes, plant your palms, and press up through a plank pose. Use your knees if you need, and then back to your downward facing dog. Stretch out here however it feels nice for you. So I like to pedal out my legs and then just gently look left and right and relax my neck, but you can do whatever feels nice. I also like to inhale up to tiptoes and then exhale, pressing my heels back. Remember, you can always keep your heels off the ground and keep a bend in your knees. If you're a little stiff in your down dog, that's totally fine. Start to bend your knees, walk your feet and hands in towards one another until you arrive into your standing forward fold. With a nice bend in your knees, your feet should remain about hips distance apart. You can cross your arms, let everything kind of hang and dangle here. It's called ragdoll for a reason, so you just kind of want to flop around a little bit. Nice stretch through the spine and cross your arms the opposite direction if you took that option. Release the cross in your arms and keeping everything heavy, start to roll up to stand one notch at a time, soft through the knees. And at the top, inhale, reach both arms all the way up overhead, palms touch, and exhale your hands down through heart center. Now let's inhale those arms up again, and then we're going to exhale into eagle arms with the right arm underneath the left arm, elbows crossing. And if you'd like, you can take the double cross to go into full eagle arms. And start to bend your knees and sit down like you're sitting into a chair. And you can either stay there or you can lift your right leg up and around your left for 1 or 2 wraps. So you can keep a toe on the ground if you want 1 wrap, or wrap the foot behind the ankle if you want 2 wraps. To balance, keep your gaze steady at one point and keep breathing. On an inhale, unwind, reach everything up, and exhale right into the opposite side, left arm underneath the right, and then sit back into chair pose. And if you'd like to, you can wrap the left leg around the right leg once or twice. If you just want to do half eagle, just keep your feet both on the ground and sit into chair pose. It's up to you. And breathe here. You're going to unwrap everything. Inhale, reach all the way up, both feet on the ground. And maybe lean back a bit here if that feels good. And then exhale, fold all the way forward. And again, you can bend your knees and gently shake out, relax your neck. Then just cross your ankles and have a seat. And get into whatever seat is comfortable for you here to end your practice. You don't have to do what I do. You can do lotus pose if you'd like, or just sit cross-legged, or you can kneel. Just sit up alert but relaxed. You can close your eyes if that's comfortable. Maybe bring your fingertips into some kind of mudra if that's part of your practice. If it's not, just rest your palms up or down in your lap. And bring your awareness inwards.